Hey YouTube, it's Matroximus here, and today I'm going to be showing you 7 tips and tricks for the recently released Scopophobia update in SCP. This is a follow-on to my previous tips and tricks video, and I'm going to be focusing on some of the new features in the Scopophobia update. With Scopophobia now leaving beta, most of what's in this tutorial shouldn't change too much. However, Northwood have stated they are still looking at a balance patch for SCP-096, so this may change in the next coming weeks. I am an official SCPSL partner, so I do a lot of SCPSL related content, ranging from tutorials like this one to some montage videos from my streams. If you have enjoyed this tutorial and found it useful, please do give me a like and subscribe, and also hit that bell button so you can be notified when I do my next video. If you spawn as a facility guard, or if you've recently spawned in as an MTF or Chaos, you need to find your way to Heavy Containment Zone quickly. If you see my Light Containment Zone layout tutorial, you'll understand that the maps in SCPSL are not quite as random as you may think. You can really use this to your advantage in the entrance zone. If you ever find yourself in a 4-way junction, look up and have the camera on your right hand side of your screen whilst moving through the door in front of you. Keep doing this throughout the map and it should eventually lead you to the entrance zone checkpoint. This does work 90% of the time. There is, however, one camera on one of the map seeds that leads you down a dead end. However, this is very rare. If you spawn in as a D-Class or Scientist, everybody is normally trying to do the same thing. Find a keycard, turn it into an 05 and get out. However, if you manage to quickly find 914 with either a Scientist keycard or Zone Manager keycard, you can actually get a Guard keycard in 2 steps or less. If you have the Scientist keycard, put it into 914 on 1-to-1 setting and that will give you a Zone Manager card. You can escape into Heavy Containment with the Zone Manager keycard. However, if you want to put this card into 914 again on 1-to-1 setting, it will give you a Guard keycard. This means that you can open up the Armoury in Light Containment, get yourself some weapons and grenades, and then either defend yourself from SCPs, prevent yourself getting arrested by a guard, or simply return back to 914 and kill someone to get their 05 keycard. In order to make the gameplay a bit more dynamic, a number of damage effects have been added to this patch. I'm going to quickly show you 2 of the main effects that you will encounter when in the facility. Amnesia is an effect that is given to you once you've been bitten by SCP-939 and can be seen by the white colouring around your screen. This prevents you from opening your inventory for a few seconds, so if you do encounter SCP-939, you need to focus on getting away quickly, as you will not be able to immediately heal yourself after a bite. The burned effect is given if you stand too close to an explosion, for example a grenade, and can be seen if the colours on your screen become very bright and saturated. If you are burned, you will end up taking more damage from the likes of firearms and SCPs, so your best bet is to run away and try and heal yourself up as quickly as possible until the effect stops. This effect is also common with the concussed effect, which will make your screen blurry every time you turn or move. In the latest update, the cola bottle effect can now stack up to 4 times. This means 4 times the run speed, but also 4 times the health loss. So if you are going to plan on using this effect, you may want a bottle of SCP-500 handy, which will completely heal you and remove this effect. Now the likelihood of finding 4 cola bottles is very low. However, by using 914, it is quite easy to get early on in the game. If you find a flashlight, which can be found within lockers in Light Containment Zone, you can put it into 914 on very fine and you have a 33% chance of making a flashbang. There is, however, a 66% chance that it will be destroyed. Alternatively, if you can enter the Armoury in Light Containment Zone, you can find 3 flashbangs in the box on the left. If you put a flashbang on the very fine setting in 914, it will give you a cola bottle. In order to get the SCP-500, you can put a medkit on fine to give you an adrenaline, and then if you place the adrenaline on fine, it will give you SCP-500. For facility guards, if you put your medkit, flashbang and weapon into 914 on very fine, you become a super facility guard with all these items. The main feature of the Scopophobia update is of course the rework of SCP-096. Now I'm going to assume that for those of you watching this, you have at least a basic knowledge of how the new 096 works, which can be found easily by pressing F1 if you're in-game. Every person that looks at you as 096 when you are enraged adds 200 to your HP up to an unlimited amount. The standard rage mode duration is 10 seconds, plus an additional 3 seconds for every person that looks at you. SCP-096 is weakest during his cooldown, which lasts for approximately 10 seconds. This is the best time to strike, and the most effective weapons are grenades, the micro, or a group of people with fast firing weapons. If you are playing as SCP-096 and you still have multiple enemies nearby as you come to the end of your rage, the best tactic is to retreat given how fast you are and wait for your rage ability to come back and then go looking for more targets. One of SCP-096's key attacks is the charge attack, which can be done with a right click. This allows you to jump over long distances, such as 939's chamber, and also charge through blast doors, such as 914 or the surface gates. If a human tries to walk through a blast door whilst you are charging through, you will kill them. However, SCPs can follow you through an open blast door, so there is one way to release an SCP who is trapped in a room or wants to get through to the surface with you. Much like the elevator grenade technique, this is a very good way of wiping out an entire spawn of either MTF or Chaos. If you simply hide in the elevator with your micro, then as soon as you see the elevator coming up, begin charging the micro. The elevator typically takes 4 seconds to open. However, the micro takes around 5 seconds to fully charge and fire, so by hiding in the corner and with a little bit of luck, you can quickly run out and easily get between 8 and 9 kills whilst electrocuting everyone waiting by the door on the surface. One of the largest features to the new Scopophobia update is stamina. Stamina can now be consumed in-game and changes how humans and SCPs interact within the facility. When a human spawns of any class, they are given a 3-second grace period where no stamina is consumed. Thereafter, stamina is consumed at 5% per second while sprinting. You can sprint for about 25 seconds before needing to fill your stamina. However, you must stop sprinting for at least 1 second before the stamina bar can start to refill. Therefore, by holding down the sprint key, you're preventing yourself from regaining any stamina. When considering stamina, make sure when you enter choke points such as checkpoints, elevators and certain areas that you have at least 25% of your stamina remaining, so if you do come across an SCP, you have a slight opportunity to run. Adrenaline shots, which can be found in facility, offers 20 seconds of infinite stamina and can be very useful when trying to escape from SCPs. Furthermore, SCP-207 gives infinite stamina until the effect is removed using SCP-500. Jumping currently does not affect stamina, and whether you walk or slow walk has no impact on how fast you regain. So there you have it, 7 tips and tricks which should help you out in the new Scopophobia update. If you found this video useful, please do give me a like and subscribe. You can also find links down below to my Twitch, where I stream on an almost daily basis, and also my Discord, where you can stay up to date with more SCP tips and strategies our community finds. Thanks for watching and see you next time.